perfect Saturday is often a fleeting thing, only recognized in hindsight. I'm Marcus Hayes, police chief of Fairhaven. In my world, perfection is a luxury. My days are filled with budget battles, union disputes, and press conferences blown out of proportion over fender benders. Every life in Fairhaven weighs on me. But that Saturday, it was different. It was golden. The sun bathed our backyard in warmth. The air was rich with the scent of lavender, Elena's touch. My wife, a landscape architect with the power to turn barren land into paradise, had sculpted this haven, our home. A modern craftsman on a 2-acre lot in Fairhaven Heights had stood here for 15 years, long before the neighborhood became a status symbol. The soul of this sanctuary was our pool, a polo-designed, dark-bottomed infinity marvel. Its edges disappeared into forest beyond. Waterfalls whispered peace. I sat on the patio, a novel unopened on my lap, iced tea sweating beside me. But the real view was Elena, floating serene, her braids fanned out like a halo. At 45, she was radiant. She was the calm to my chaos. My wife, my partner, the grace to my storm. It was silent. Birds chirped, water rippled gently. A distant mower hummed. I breathed in chlorine and honeysuckle. Gratitude filled me. This was a reward for missed dinners, late nights, and endless pressure. I decided to make lemonade. Maybe spike it with gin. Toast to nothingness. Then I heard it, the clank of the side gate. Elena's head lifted. Her calm turned to curiosity. That gate? We never used it. It was meant for pool service crews. My instincts flared. She appeared. A girl, maybe 19, blonde ponytail, white polo shirt tucked into a pink tennis skirt far too short for tennis. She walked in like she owned the place, barking into her phone. Daddy says the new house is epic. The pool's huge. I'm staring at it. Elena crossed her arms. Her body stiffened. I stayed back behind the glass door, signaling Elena to wait. The girl, let's call her Brittany, hung up, scanned the pool like a realtor, then saw Elena. Her face twisted. She didn't see a homeowner. She saw staff. "Excuse me," she snapped, her voice drenched in condescension. Elena, poised as ever, raised an eyebrow. "Can I help you?" Brittany marched to the edge of the pool. "Yeah, you can. My parents, the Warrens, just bought next door. This is obviously the community pool. So wrap it up. I don't share with staff." My blood boiled. I wanted to storm out, flash my badge, and lay down the law. But Elena, her eyes told me to wait. This wasn't a hammer moment. It needed a scalpel. She stood tall in the water. "You're mistaken," she said calmly. "This is our private pool. Our home." Brittany laughed. A cold, mean laugh. "Cute. My dad's Greg Warren. Warren Ventures. Get out before I call the real owner and have you fired." Unreal. Arrogance wrapped in racism. It was time. I stepped into my study, put on my charcoal suit, a sharper symbol of power than my uniform. I looked in the mirror. Calm. Controlled. I opened the patio door. Brittany turned and froze. A 6 feet 3 inches black man in a suit, arms folded, gaze unwavering. Elena smirked from the water. "Is there a problem here?" I asked, voice low and firm. Brittany stuttered. "Yes, I told your maid to leave." "Your maid?" I stepped forward. "First, you're trespassing. That gate's for service. Second, this is my pool, my home. Third, that woman is my wife of 20 years, Elena Hayes. She designed this backyard." Brittany's face drained of color. I flashed my badge. "I'm Marcus Hayes, Fairhaven's police chief. Now, do we have a problem, Miss Warren?" Before she could respond, a shriek. "Brittany, what's taking so long?" Linda Warren, her mother, stormed in, a Botoxed, floral dress clone, radiating entitlement. She scanned the scene, me, my badge, Elena, and launched in, "Who are you harassing my daughter?" I stayed calm. "Your daughter trespassed, insulted my wife, refused to leave." Linda scoffed, eyes darting over our home. "Your property? People like you don't live here. Get the real owner. People like you." The words hung like poison. Elena emerged from the pool, standing tall. I stepped forward. For the last time, I am the owner. You have 30 seconds to leave, or I will arrest you. Linda's face flushed with rage. Arrest us? That badge is fake. She dialed. I'm calling 911. There's an armed intruder at the community pool. She was calling the police on the police chief. Sirens approached. Officers Carter and Ruiz arrived. My men, they stopped in their tracks when they saw me. Chief, Carter asked, stunned. Linda pointed. Arrest him. Carter smirked. Ma'am, this is Chief Marcus Hayes. This is his home. The silence was thunderous. I turned to the officers. They trespassed, insulted my wife, filed a false report, document everything. Professional, precise. My officers took statements. I escorted them out. Step foot here again. You're under arrest. Clear. Brittany nodded, terrified. Linda whimpered. The gate clicked shut behind them. Elena sighed. I'm tired, Marcus. We built this life, and they still make me feel like I don't belong. I held her. Fury burned inside me. They had crossed a line. This wasn't over. The Warren Deconstruction Project. I took a personal day. From public records, I discovered the Warren home wasn't owned. It was mortgaged to the hilt. Greg Warren's empire, smoke and mirrors, lawsuits, unpaid contractors, a dismissed Ponzi scheme case. Their backyard, a mess of violations. An 8-foot fence, illegal. Half-built cabana, no permits. I took timestamp photos. Elena and I filed an official HOA complaint. Certified mail. A week later, the HOA slapped them with violations. Daily fines, $300. I filed a city complaint. Inspector Tony, a bulldog, shut the cabana down. Thousands in penalties. Word spread. Their racist stunt went public.